YouTube. So throughout the month of February, I feel like my brain has just like wanted to have a lot of time to itself to think about a lot of things and just like get me in my head and think about lots of stuff and get inside the workings of my brain. I don't even know if that sentence makes any sense. But there was a bunch of days where I was just like thinking about things and decided to just pick up my camera and film it, and wasn't filming that week for a weekly vlog or anything like that. So I just picked up my camera and I was like, I'll put this together into some kind of video maybe. So that's what this is, essentially just a random compilation of random thoughts of things I've been thinking about. So enjoy. So it's currently 2:33 in the morning. You can see that I have TikTok notifications, and I have just been spending the last about an hour in bed just scrolling through my Facebook groups for some reason, because I can't fall asleep. I don't know why I decided to do this, but I started looking through specifically some groups from high school and from college. The one that I forgot about from high school was the prom dress group, which just made me laugh a lot because I was like, wow, I can't believe this was a thing that we actually did in high school. I saw a TikTok about something talking about remember doing this, and I was like, oh yeah, I did do this. And then we had this thing my senior year, oh god, I'm sitting on my legs and starting to hurt. We had this thing my senior year of high school called Senior Mania, which is like this competition between all of the academies at my high school, which were the different programs, to like win something. I don't remember what, but I was looking through all the photos and I forgot also that this was a period of time where I didn't have a Facebook account. I got added in to these Facebook groups May 9th, 2013, when I was allowed by my parents to reactivate my Facebook account after I decided where I was going to college. So I was scrolling through these things, so I'd completely forgotten about all of them, and looking through all these stupid photos and stupid videos of things that we had in high school for this Senior Mania competition thing. I had like my 4 student IDs. I had a photo at my dad's dental office. It was like us in like different outfits of like school spirit. It was just a lot of random things. And then the college one that I looked through was my Facebook page for my department. So my like musical theater department, our class of 2017, we had our own like personal Facebook page. And there are so many memes from senior year of us just like falling apart and all having like mental breakdowns, which I like remembered but also kind of forgot how like intense it was at certain points of senior year. And then there's just like a break of like a time period where it's just like us talking about like different things we had to get done for classes, and then it hits like I was scrolling like down through the years, and then it goes to sophomore year when we were in musical theater history class, and we would be sending memes in this Facebook group during this class about how much we didn't like it. And there's a very funny video from our sophomore acting class where we did this thing called a tableau, but that day in class, some homeless man had come into the studio in the building that we were in and tried to attack all of us, and my class was all girls except for one guy, and then our male teacher, and our male teacher had to like defend us from this homeless man who came into our classroom. So we modeled our tableau after that incident that had happened. I was just scrolling through this stuff, like not necessarily doom scrolling, but just kind of just scrolling through all of this stuff on Facebook and like remembering all of these things and feeling it's like kind of like a time capsule. I don't know if I'm making any sense because it's so late at night, but I felt like I just wanted to talk about this and film this. But then I was just scrolling through my photos on Facebook as well. I remember my specific living situation. I had my junior year of college, which I just absolutely loved because it was me, my friend Amber, and her sister Taylor living on like the top floor of a house. If you've watched any of my old videos, you know what I'm talking about. And then on the bottom floor was our friend Alexis, who is Amber's friend, first from when they went to a different college together, and then they both transferred to go to the University of Utah, and we all lived in this house together. And I just remember like really enjoying living with them and just like missing that time period. I think that this also just because of COVID, I haven't really seen anybody except Sean in person, so I'm like missing friendships and relationships like that of like people outside of my like personal bubble. I feel like I like can talk to people online, but it's just not the same as seeing everybody in person. Now since it's been a year into this quarantine, I feel like this is kind of where my brain is at, of like missing human connection and missing like friendship. Something I've been thinking about a lot throughout this pandemic, because I have nothing else really to do at home, but well, I do have a lot of stuff to do, but when I finish all of my work and have just like my time to think to myself about things, I've been thinking a lot about my relationship to social media and how it's changed because of the pandemic and throughout the pandemic. So I just thought I would ramble about that a little bit. I'm gonna start with YouTube because I'm gonna start with YouTube because I feel like I've had the most interesting relationship with YouTube because I've been on the platform for so long making videos. I'm making videos on YouTube for 11 years, which is insane. I've had a very tumultuous relationship with YouTube. Carbon. I've had a very tumultuous relationship with YouTube because of how the platform has changed itself, and being a small creator who has not gone viral and is still a small creator and probably will never really grow on the platform. I really don't know what my thoughts are on that part of it, because I've talked about it with a lot of people in the past, being like, at this point, I just really don't care. I'm making videos for myself. It's nice if they get views, but if it doesn't go viral, I really don't care. That's how I used to be when I started first posting videos on YouTube. I was just like, I'm a 14-year-old posting videos on YouTube, and it's because it's something I enjoy doing. And then it hit a certain point, I think it was right when I moved to New York after college, that I was like, I need to refocus my YouTube channel to get views. Why did I think that? I don't know. I think I was just starting to get fed up with not getting the views that I wanted on my channel, and not growing like I wanted to grow on my channel because I've been on the platform for so long. And then there was also the whole situation with like small YouTube creators getting monetization removed. I think that was a big part of it, that like YouTube was penalizing small creators, and I felt very attacked by this because I have been on the platform for so long and I'm a small creator. Like, I haven't grown. I'm still at less than 2,000 subscribers, and I've been making YouTube videos for a very long time. Sometimes I feel kind of bitter about that I'm like, why have I not gone viral on YouTube yet? But I'm also just like, no, I'm making videos for myself. I enjoy the content that I'm posting on YouTube, and I'm not trying to get views. This is gonna kind of pull also into Instagram as well, that for me, Instagram, I used to, before the pandemic, be posting all the time because I felt like I had to. Being in the theater industry, I felt like I had to keep my social media presence up. I had to make sure that my Instagram looked good and had all of this stuff on it. I just felt like very pressured by this. I never really thought about this way when I was like in college or anything, but when I moved to New York, a lot of things changed in my perspective of how I should be using my social media for myself as a performer and as a brand. Before the pandemic, when I would be waiting for hours at these auditions and looked cute in my audition outfits, I would find a corner of these audition studios or an empty audition studio and just take photos of myself for posting on Instagram. Not because I enjoyed it, like it was fun-ish, and like it was nice to get some new photos, but then I was just like, okay, what am I gonna post on Instagram with this? What filter am I going to use? What caption am I going to use? And I just feel like that's so not me. And now reflecting on this throughout the pandemic and having not been posting on Instagram as often, in my feed in particular, my stories I'm posting all the time because that's just kind of like where I dump random things, but in my feed I haven't been posting as much as I used to. And I just think it's very interesting that I used to try to cater to what I thought I needed to post on Instagram. And like, yes, they're good photos, and yeah, but I was just doing it just to try to get likes. Like, I wasn't posting it because I really cared about it. I was like, oh, maybe this new photo will get me likes today. Like, that's so not me. I still can't believe that that's how I used to post on Instagram. But then there's TikTok, and TikTok is a completely different monster and beast in its own way. I've definitely become addicted to TikTok. I have a bigger following on there, so I feel like I need to be posting all the time, but it's also something that I want to be posting on. And this is how I feel with YouTube, that yes, YouTube, I don't have the audience or anything like that, but I want to be posting on social media. I was like, Instagram, I'm like, I don't post anything on my story. It's not a big problem. TikTok, I'm like, oh, I want to be doing this because for me, it's one of the things that I have a focus on right now, of growing my TikTok and sharing fun content, and people like what I'm posting on there, especially all the Glee stuff. I've been enjoying doing all of that. It's also just fun for me to be learning new dances, learning new random things that I never would have thought to learn. And I feel like TikTok isn't a very good creative outlet for me to be posting different dances online and learning different things. And yes, TikTok is ridiculous with the algorithm. I feel like that's what keeps me interested in TikTok, is that I don't understand the algorithm, and I feel like nobody really does. So it just makes it more interesting in my perspective to be posting and seeing, will the algorithm be in my favor today? I feel like social media is just something that is very hard to understand if you're just kind of going to present yourself on the internet. I was like, I'm not trying to make myself a brand at all on social media. I'm just like, hi, it's me, I'm Tori. I do all of these different things that I enjoy on the internet. I hope you like it. Oh my God, there are times when I'm learning TikTok dances that I wish I did more hip hop growing up.
I have a bunch of requests for a bunch of Disney things, and a lot of like modern Disney dances post High School Musical are like hip hop inspired. And because I don't have like formal hip hop training, I've taken a couple hip hop classes, but like I didn't do it growing up. I did it when I was out of college, a little bit out of high school as well. I just feel like it's so out of my loop. Like I can figure it out, but I look like a noodle. I look crazy. It's fine. It's not as good as I would like it to be because I'm a perfectionist when I'm dancing. But oh my God, I just spent 2.5 hours learning TikToks. Granted, I was filming 7 different videos and had to refilm one of them, and that took a while. But oh my God, some of these dances are just like so deceptively hard because they're like hip hop based, and I'm like, I do ballet and jazz and musical theater, and it's not like in the ground, it's like high up in your heels, not like in your sneakers. So like maybe I should get myself into more hip hop classes. That's the thing I've been enjoying about learning dances for TikTok throughout the pandemic, is that I've been learning so many different styles of things that I like wouldn't normally do. Like I'm basically giving myself a free class in a hip hop style. Granted, I'm probably not doing all the steps correct, and I'm not getting like the groove and the style of it, but I'm like challenging myself in those ways. So that's productive, but So I'm almost finished watching New Girl for the first time on Netflix. I watched some of it in college, and I was talking about it with a friend when I posted on Instagram being like, I'm watching New Girl for the first time. And they were like, you're gonna love it. And I was like, well, I watched it in college and couldn't get into it. And I thought that I had watched 3 seasons of it. I think I only watched 3 episodes of it in college and just didn't really enjoy it. But I took the time to watch the show, and I've actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was really, really fun. I do have an issue with the first episode because, yes, I understand that Winston was coming back from Latvia, so that's why he's not in the first episode. But then they have Coach in the first episode, and then he leaves and they don't explain why until like later on in the show. And then it just felt like they replaced one black character with another black character. And I'm like, obviously I know that's not what they did because it had something to do with like other TV show agreements that the actor who plays Coach had. And that was part of why he left the show so abruptly. I feel like it would make more sense if they had Winston come back in the first episode instead of the second. So it was like him coming back at the same time as Jess moving into the apartment with them. And then Coach, maybe they explained it more why Coach was leaving. It was just, I just was like weird about that. I just wasn't a fan of that at the beginning because then it just felt very random, and they would like kind of reference Coach. And then when Coach came back, it just felt like there was like way too many people involved. It reminded me a lot of when I was watching Doctor Who in the last, like most recent season, there's the 3 companions, and I'm like, it's just too many people. It kind of felt like that. Overall, I do really like the show. I think Schmidt is hilarious. He has some of the best lines in the entire show. There's some really good moments with Nick as well. With all of them, but I think Schmidt stands out the most as like probably the funniest character with the best one-liners. I just finished filming my TikToks for today, and I have an album on my phone which is labeled TikTok, which has all the videos that I've posted on TikTok. There are 917 videos in this folder. I mean, what? I've posted over 900 videos on TikTok. Oh my Lord. It's crazy, but like makes a lot of sense because I am posting 3 videos a day, sometimes more. So yeah, that's where my brain's been at recently. Definitely other things as well, but like those are ones that I felt like filming. So hope you guys enjoyed that. How are you guys doing? Let's check in the comments. It's officially a year into this pandemic, which is obnoxious. And I feel like my brain is still coming to terms with that. So that's why I keep diving into lots of thoughts in my brain that I haven't had lots of time to think about before, because now I have so much time to do it without being so busy. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, let me know. Let me know if you like videos like this, just kind of like brain dumps. Let me know how you guys are doing in the comments down below. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe and healthy, and taking care of yourself mentally and physically, because that is so, so important. And yeah, thanks so much for watching DFTBA, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.